Last week, just like everyone else, I watched the talented Anders play in the final of the Pro Open. Up to that point, Anders was running the 4-2-1-3 formation because that is the most complete formation in the game. But for the final, not only did he trick his opponent, he tricked all of us and decided to set up in a 4-4-2 formation. That got me to start thinking, you have everyone telling us the 4-42 is dead and this and that. But then here, you have the best player in the world running that formation against another pro player in a final. Now, I know what you're thinking. Anders is a pro player. He knows how to defend manually and right stick like a pro to keep his team defensively compact. So this started to make me think. I've also been playing the 4-2-1-3 ever since the latest update because, like everyone else, I got exposed defensively with the latest patch. So then I started thinking, I really love having CDMs. But I also wanted to try my old 4-4-2 that I've completely mastered this year. Then I had an aha moment. Why don't I just try the 4-4-2 that has 2 CDMs? And let me tell you this, my friends, we are officially back because wow, have I fallen in love with the game again.
I think it's safe to say that our luck has officially turned around, guys. We are back, baby.
The thing is, nowadays, it's almost impossible to play with center mids unless you have the 4-4-1-1. But even then, having CMs means there's a bigger gap between your defenders. And this is why it's so easy for your opponents to get to your backline with formations that use center mids. That's why the 4-42 with 2 CDMs feels like such a game changer. It gives you that defensive solidity while still allowing you to stay compact and control the midfield. It's the perfect balance, especially with how the game is playing right now. Now let me tell you all why I no longer play the 4-2-1-3, currently the most popular formation. This is what people don't tell you about this formation. It's just how far the wingers are. Most of the time, especially if you have a camera that's zoomed in like telebroadcast, you almost never see your wingers. And often, you're just passing blindly, hoping to find your wingers. Unless, of course, you call your wingers short by pressing R1. But that's just one more extra thing to do. Personally, I really love having access to all my players at all times, especially since I like playing aggressive tiki-taka with skill moves. The 4-2-1-3 just doesn't give me that same level of control and visibility, which is why I've moved away from it. When I win the ball back here, notice how easy access I have to my left mid and right mid. They're actually within my sight. This allows me to play to them immediately after winning the ball back, and their job is to take the ball to my strikers, who are both on false 9. Speaking of false 9, let me quickly tell you the tactics. Both fullbacks on defend both CDMs on deep line playmaker. Both right and left mids on inside forward balanced. Both strikers on false 9 depth is on 71 balance build up. Now let me help you understand how to build up with this formation relentlessly. Attack and also defend with it as well. I forgot to mention, guys, this formation and tactics are super aggressive. It's going to allow you to almost choke your opponents and is an all-out attack style. It's not the methodical slow build-up. It's get the ball immediately and attack your opponent. This setup is designed to keep constant pressure, exploit spaces quickly, and overwhelm your opponent with relentless attacking options. The false 9 strikers drop deep to link play. The inside forwards cut in to create overloads, and the CDMs provide stability while also being able to dictate play from deep. It's a high-risk, high-reward system that's perfect for players who love to dominate possession and attack with intensity. Your 2 CDMs are going to be your anchors, and they will be your wall that defends your center backs. Focus on keeping them in the middle area at all times. You don't want them to be out of position, because if that happens and your opponent gets the ball on a counter, you're cooked. So, just like I tell my students all the time, do not give up on your CDMs easily. What do I mean by this? There's a bad habit I've noticed from my coaching students all the time. They give up too soon on their CDMS. And I tell them all the time, unless you're covering a run by your opponent, a diagonal run, that's the only time I want you to use your center backs outside of your box. But other than that, you have central defenders whose only job is to defend, so use them to cut passing lanes and always keep them in this middle area, cutting passing lanes. Your job is to be like an annoying fly who keeps getting in your opponent's face. Remember, your job is not to be a ball winner first. It's to protect your center backs and cut passing lanes. If you see your opponent getting too close or they overtake a touch, that's when you want to tackle. And don't be passive with the tackling. Go all in or all out, especially with the CDMs. Because if you fail, you have the protection of your CBs behind you. This approach ensures your defense stays compact, your CDMs act as a shield, and you're constantly disrupting your opponent's rhythm. It's all about being proactive, not reactive, and making sure your CDMs are always in the right position to break up play and protect your backline. Now, let's talk a little about our strikers and why I have both on false nine. If you know me and my long-term viewers, you guys will know this. I love the false nine player role. I've been running false nine, especially on both strikers, ever since October, and I've found a lot of joy, success, and fun with it. What I really like about the false nine is that I can have both of my strikers come deep to be a passing option for me when I'm building up. The annoying thing about the advanced forward, just like the wingers in the 4-2-1-3, is that they're often too high and push further up the field. And nowadays, I don't know why, but people are tackling a ton as soon as you get the ball. So the false nine allows our strikers to come close to receive the ball. Now what you need to do is manually trigger runs and make sure when you're passing, you use L1 or R1 passes, or even L1 plus X driven passes to keep the play sharp and dynamic. The beautiful thing about this tactic is that sometimes you'll have one striker act as the traditional striker, while the other one drops deep to collect the ball, almost like a cam. This creates a fluid and unpredictable attack that's hard for opponents to defend against. And also, this formation allows me to be completely free. What do I mean by that? My attacking style is aggressive and in your face. I want to take your head off with skill moves and fast passing. I felt like when I was using the 4-2-1-3 or other formations, I was quite limited in my attack, and I no longer felt creative. But with this formation, I see myself skill chaining more, doing more speed boosts, step overs, and overall being more direct rather than being afraid to lose the ball. It's all about playing with confidence, creativity, and freedom. The false nine role, combined with the 4-4-2 setup, gives me the tools to express myself on the pitch and overwhelm my opponents with relentless, dynamic attacking play. It's not just about winning, it's about having fun and playing the game the way I love to play it. As always, guys, for a deeper dive into your game, consider booking a one-on-one session with yours truly. And if you want access to me explaining for 40 minutes this exact formation and tactic to my student, who is a Division 3 player, consider becoming a channel member. For complete guides, for those who don't have time to learn things like skill moves, passing, or build-up play, and want an interactive way of learning the game, check out Retro Academy. All the links will be found in the pinned comment down below. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you soon.